Hello. Yes, can you all hear me? Good evening to all. Yes, good evening to you. So I think you are new to the class today. Yes, that's true. You are new to me. So, Baki rest all are almost same. Ashia is there, Sanobar is there, Mohammed is there, Sai is there, Shikir is there, Renan is there, Maria is there. So, our today's topic is on management of human resources, and we'll be seeing today training how, because it's also the role of the human resource department in every organization to arrange the training programs, whether it's a professional training program, it's a technical training program. It's suppose if there are new joinees to the organization, so it's also the role of the human resource department to carry out the trainings. So we'll be seeing the nature of training, objectives of training, importance of training, role of a trainer, methods of training in today's class. So training, as you all know, that in each and every aspect, whenever we learn any new thing in life, whenever we learn any new technology in respect to software, so we need training on that, and either we get the training from the respected institutes or we get training from the respected company, or most of the companies nowadays, if they want that their employees should learn some new technology, so they sponsor their employees so that they can learn the respective technology which will further be required for the use of the people in the organization, for the use of the company by the employees in the organization. So that is the basic motto of training. So to learn anything new from the instructor is the one, or the teacher is the one who already has the practical as well as the theoretical knowledge of the training he is imparting to the students. Like if I'm taking a class with you, that means I am having the knowledge of the subject, and I am providing you the training, and you are the students who are learning. So that is the common meaning of training or teaching, which we come across in our day-to-day life. But teaching is something teaching is a general word which we generally use for people who are associated with certain institutions or certain universities, colleges, schools. There we use these words teaching. But when we talk of training and training too in respect to management, so that means we are talking about the training that is being conducted in the corporate offices, by the corporate offices, by the training institutes who basically is meant to train the corporate people on the new technologies, or on the new technologies, or in if there is something new implemented in the corporate office or in the management organization. So to learn that particular thing, we require trainers. Like suppose if I am working in an insurance company, and if I join the insurance company, so the company will conduct a insurance training program, and since the company is conducting an insurance training program, so that will be helpful for me to learn insurance there. So since I have been working with the insurance company, I want to learn insurance, and for learning insurance, either I'll pay from my pocket and go outside and learn, or it's the duty of the company to impart insurance education, the basic insurance education at least, to the new joinees of the organization, because that will be helpful from the organization's perspective also, and from the employee's perspective also. So that is the basic concept of training, why training is being conducted. Okay? Any issues, any doubts? Shall we go ahead now? Okay. So training. What is the need for training? So training is a planned program designed to improve performance and bring about measurable changes in knowledge, skills, attitude and social behavior of employees. That is the need for training. That means training is a well planned and designed program. Why? To improve performance and bring about measurable changes in knowledge, skills, attitude and social behavior of employees. That means training can be technical training also, can be professional training also, can be some subject related training also, can be interpersonal skills development training also, can be communication skills training also. So training can be of different types. What are the features of training? Features of training are to increase knowledge and skills for doing a particular job, focuses attention on the individual job, concentrates on individual employees, gives importance to short-term performance. So training is essential for job success. It can lead to higher production, fewer mistakes, greater job satisfaction and lower turnover. So to get success in the job, to get success in the technology, to get promotion in the organizations, you need to perform well. To perform well, you need to have knowledge and skills. To get knowledge and skills, you need to know the subject, or you need to have the thorough knowledge of the subject. To get the thorough knowledge of the subject, you need a trainer. A trainer is the one who has the command or who is having the thorough knowledge of the subject, and because of the trainer's knowledge, he or she can impart knowledge to all the new people or the new employees in the organization who want to gain the knowledge on the subject. So that is the concept of training. So that is what is the need for training and what are the features of training. Now moving on to the next slide. Again, the need for training continues, helps new recruits to perform assigned tasks effectively, helps existing employees to prepare for higher level jobs, enables existing employees to keep in touch with latest developments, permits employees to cope with change brought in by frequent transfers, make employees more versatile, mobile, more flexible and useful to the organization, bridges the gap what the employees has and what the job demands, allow an employee to gain acceptable from peer groups readily. So that is the need for training. That means training will prepare you for higher level jobs. Then training will help the employees to have the knowledge of the latest developments. Then training will also help you to cope up with the frequent transfers. Training will make you mobile, will make you more flexible, will make you more versatile and useful to the organization. That is the need for training. Now training versus development. Training is concerned with teaching specific jobs, related skills and behavior. So development is future oriented training focusing on the personal growth of the employee. So training is concerned with teaching specific job related skills and behavior. Development is future oriented training focuses on the personal growth of the employee. Now what is the difference between training and development? So teaching is basically related to the training is basically related to the teaching part. Teaching either the technical knowledge or the professional knowledge, your skills related, your behavior related, that is the training part. What is the development? So development means it's the future oriented training. That means you are being trained keeping in mind that the company wants to develop you from one particular level to another particular level. So development is always in perspective to the personal growth of the employee. Okay, so training, what is it now? Learning dimension. Training is meant for operatives, development is meant for executives. What is the focus? Training focuses on the current job, while development focuses on the current and the future jobs. That means we can say that the development has the wider perspective in comparison to training. Development has wider perspective in comparison to training. So development focuses on the current and future jobs. Scope, training scope is on individual employees, while development work group or organization. Then training goal is to fix current skill deficit, while development goal is to prepare for future work demands. Then training is being initiated by management, while development is being initiated by the individual. Training, the content of the training is specific job related information, while development content is the general knowledge. Then time frame, training time frame is immediate, while development time frame is long term. So that is the basic difference between the training and development. So development, basically if we talk of development, that means we are talking of something big, while if we talk of training, so training can be specific. Training is related to some certain specific things, while development means we are talking of the bigger picture. So that is the difference between the training and development. Is it clear to all? Any questions, any doubt, any queries anybody wants to ask? Can you all hear me? Any doubts, any questions? Any questions anybody wants to ask? Okay. Now training versus education. So training more or less is job oriented, skill learning. Education on the other hand is the person oriented, theory based knowledge, whose main purpose is to improve the understanding of a particular subject, a kind of conceptual learning. So when we talk of education, that means, as I said before, the education is something which is personal oriented and it's a theory based knowledge which we used to get in our schools. In our schools or in our universities or in our universities, in some educated related organizations where we get training, but where we get education. But when we talk of training means, that means you are learning something when you are on job. Like your job requires that you want to learn a computer language called Java, or your company wants that you should learn a computer language called C or C++. For that, for learning C, C++ or Java, your company will organize certain training programs, and through that training program you will learn you'll get the knowledge on the respective software language or whatever you want, whatever your company wants you to do. So that is the basic difference between the training and education. Training is something practical which you learn on job, and education is the theoretical knowledge basically. What are the training pitfalls? Here is a checklist to avoid training pitfalls. At times when you get the training, so every trainer wants to teach too quickly. That means, because since they feel that you are already working in certain organization, you are an experienced person, so it will be not difficult for you to understand things. So at times the trainers will try to teach you too quickly. Number 2, trying to teach too much, viewing all trainees as the same, giving very little time to practice, offering very little to the trainee in the form of encouragement, praise of reward. So these are some of the training pitfalls. Now learning principles, the philosophy of training. So training efforts are invariably based on certain learning oriented guidelines. One is the modeling. Modeling means it is simply copying someone else's behavior, like showing the videotapes of desired behavior while at work. That is modeling. Like if someone wants to teach you something, so they will show you some practical video, some video on YouTube or somewhere, and so that you can just try to grasp things by observing the behavior of that particular person. So that is also one of the ways of teaching, by showing you some dynamic multimedia or some movable media. Number 2 is motivation. For learning to happen, it is important to motivate the trainee first. Reinforcement. If behavior is rewarded, it probably will be repeated. Positive reinforcement consists of reward desired behavior. If behavior is rewarded, it probably will be repeated. So positive reinforcement consists of reward desired behaviors. Feedback. So feedback helps an employee find where he stands. People learn best if reinforcement is given as soon as possible. So that is also one of the philosophies of training. Then space practice. Learning takes place easily if the practice sessions are spread over a period of time. Whole learning. Employees learn better if the job information is given as an entire logical process. Then active practice. Learning is enhanced when trainees are provided ample opportunities to repeat the task. Then relevance. Training should be as real as possible so that trainees can successfully transfer the new knowledge to their jobs. Then environment. Employees learn faster in comfortable environments. So these are some of the philosophies of training. So just I want that all of you should just go through this particular slide once, and if you have any doubts, because it's a very important slide, so if you have any doubt you can ask me. So just go through this slide once, everybody. अतुल का फोन आया था? हाँ तो मेरे पास भी 2 आई थी, बट मैंने कॉल बैक किया नहीं, मैंने उठाया नहीं जानबूझ के. बात कर लेंगे, लेकिन अगर अभी कौन नागपुर से फोन था? फोन चेंज किया तो उसमें नंबर खो गया था. किसका? आपका. मेरा भी खो गया था. मेरा तो ले लिया था मम्मी से, तुमसे बोली. एनीवेज वो सब प्रोटोकॉल था तुम्हारे घर से खलीफाओं का, कुछ नहीं पढ़ना है. 2 लाइन में बात करना उनसे जिनसे भी तुम्हारे यहाँ से फोन है. और हाँ मतलब उसमें डिटेल में सबको समझाना होगा. Areas and now moving on to the next slide. Areas and types of training. Training is generally offered in the following areas: knowledge, technical skills, social skills, and techniques. So these are the basically 4 major areas where training is being offered. One is the knowledge, one is the technical skills, one is the social skills, and one is the techniques. Then the various types of areas and types of training. The various types of training that are commonly employed in present day organizations may be listed. Thus, types of training are skills training. Skills training here, certain basic skills like reading, writing, computing, speaking, listening, problem solving, etc. are taught. Refresher training. Here the focus is on short-term courses that would help employees learn about latest developments in their respective fields. Number 3, cross-functional training. This helps employees perform operations in areas other than their assigned job. 4, team training. Team training is concerned with how team members should communicate with each other, how they should cooperate to get ahead, how they should handle conflictful situations, how to find their way using collective wisdom, etc. So this is what is meant by the team training. Then what is creative training? Creative training, this helps employees to think unconventionally, break the rules, take risks, go out of the box and develop unexpected solutions. Diversity training, it aims to create better cross-functional sensitivity with the aim of fostering more harmonious and fruitful working relationships among a firm's employee. Literacy training, this is generally offered to those employees with weak reading, writing or arithmetic skills. So these are the types of trainings which is offered. Skills training, refresher training, cross-functional training, team training, creativity training, diversity training and literacy training. Just read it once. If you have any doubt, then you can ask me. Just go through it once. Okay. So is it clear to all? Shall we move ahead? Then number 9, how to be more creative. At Thermax, high potential individuals are given greater exposure, high visibility and asked to chart out a career vision through an ongoing dialogue. Then these are the name of some of the companies, some of the corporate companies. So how to be more creative at Thermax, high potential individuals are given greater exposure, high visibility and asked to chart out a career vision through an ongoing dialogue. Then in GCPL, Godrej Consumer Products Limited, it's having 1052 employees, nearly rupees 500 crore sales. Talent management systems allows bright employees to acquire a wide variety of skills through job rotation. Example, sales systems, project management skills, IT skills, team building skills, etc. Outstanding performers get salary increase instantaneously. Now, Sapient Corporation has 914 employees with over $202 million global sales. At Sapient, employees work on 48 to 50 projects at any time. Some of these are executed entirely by the local employees from their Gurgaon and Bangalore offices. Then Johnson & Johnson having 1,419 employees with over $41,000 million global sales. Johnson & Johnson constantly encourages its employees to upgrade their skills and knowledge through short-term programs at institutes like IIMs, XLRI, etc. apart from rotating employees on challenging tasks. So these are the different strategies which is being followed by the different organizations. Like if you see Johnson & Johnson, they basically have some sort of a tie-up with institutes like management institutes like Indian Institutes of Management and XLRI. So these are the very renowned MBA offering institutes in India. So most of the companies like Johnson & Johnson, they have a tie-up with these organizations for their employees. So if they find that if certain employee is good for their organization, and or if the company wants to retain such employee for a long time, they will arrange some short-term training programs with these institutes where professors or associate professors or some instructors are being organized from these institutes to take up the classes for the employees working in organizations say like Johnson & Johnson. So this is how they impart training programs to their employees. Now a systematic approach to training. A systematic approach to training would consist of 3 phases: training needs, assessment, implementation and evaluation. Training needs assessment. So training efforts must aim at meeting the needs of the organization and the individual employees. So this essentially involves 3 types of analysis. Organizational analysis. Organizational analysis means this is a study of the entire organization in terms of objectives, utilization of resources to achieve objectives, etc. So this is one part. First is the organizational analysis. So analysis of objectives, resource utilization analysis. That means it is talking of analyzing the whole organization. This is one part of the training. Second part is task or role analysis. Whatever task you are being allocated in the job. So analyzing the task part or the role part which you are offering in the organization. So this is the detailed examination of a job, its components, its various operations and conditions under which it has to be performed. Then comes the personal analysis. Here the focus is on the individual in a given job where training is needed, whether the employee is capable of being trained and the areas where the training is needed. So these are the three major areas of why training needs assessment. One is the organizational analysis. So if the training is being imparted, so it is being imparted that one should have knowledge of organization, one should be aware about its task and role, and one should analyze himself individually, or company should analyze what best role this person can fit in, and according to that, that person has been trained on that particular job role. Okay, is it clear to all? Any doubts, any questions? What about others? Is it clear to all? Okay. Now what are the data sources used in training needs assessment? Organizational analysis, task analysis, person analysis. So organizational goals and objectives, job description, performance data or appraisals, personal inventories, job specifications, work sampling, skills inventories, performance standards, interviews, organizational climate analysis, performing the job, questionnaires, efficiency indexes, work sampling, changes in systems or subsystems, reviewing literature on customer employee, management requests the job, asking questions about training progress, exit interviews, training committees, rating scales. So these are the data sources which is being used in the training needs assessment. Customer service satisfaction data. Okay, I think we just take a 2 minutes break here, then we can move ahead. Okay, just we can take 2 minutes break here. start? Are you all there? Shall we start? Are you all there? Okay. So now let us see the objectives of training. Objectives of training are, first is innovative, then problem solving, then regular. So innovative is anticipating problems before they occur. Number one, team building sessions with the departments. That is the innovative part. Objective parts, training clerks to reduce complaints, training supervisors in communication to reduce grievances. Then regular part is the orientation, recurring training of interviewers, refresher courses on safety procedures. So these are the objectives of training. One is the innovative part, then problem solving, and then regular. Then training needs assessment. Training methods can be a formal training methods, include on the job training, covering job instructions, training coaching, mentoring, job rotation, apprenticeship training, committee assignments, etc., and off the job training including lectures, conferences, simulation exercises, and program instructions. So these are the different training methods. Evaluation will help you in controlling and correcting the training program, like whether you are imparting training as per the requirement desired by the people who are the trainees, or whether they are satisfied by your training process. So that for that purpose evaluation is done. Then on the job training methods will be job instruction training. This is training directly received on the job. Here the trainee receives an overview of the job. The trainer actually demonstrates the job, and the trainee is asked to copy the trainer's way. So the trainee finally tries to perform the job independently. Merits and demerits of job instruction training. Merits: trainee learns fast through practice and observation. It is economical as it does not require any special settings. Also, mistakes can be corrected immediately. The trainee gains confidence quickly as he does the work himself in actual setting with help from supervisor. It is more suitable for unskilled and semi-skilled jobs where the job operations are simple, easy to explain. So these are the merits of the on-job training. What are the demerits of the on-job training? The trainee should be as good as the trainer. If the trainer is not good, transference of knowledge and skills will be poor. While learning, trainee may damage equipment, waste materials, cause accidents frequently. Experienced workers cannot use the machinery while it is being used for training. So these are the demerits of training. Then comes the coaching part. Here the supervisor explains things and answer questions through light on why things are done the way they are, offers a model for trainees, freedom to commit mistakes and learn. Coaching thus requires lot of teaching skills. So unless and until you have a teaching skills, you will not give a coaching. But these coaching methods are not very commonly used for corporates. Corporates will mostly they'll get an on-job training. Then mentoring, the use of an experienced person to teach and train someone. Durgesh, गए पापा तुम्हें क्या बोला बिजी? So the use of an experienced person to teach and train someone with less knowledge and experience in a given area is known as mentoring. The mentor nurtures, supports and guides the efforts of young persons by giving appropriate information, feedback and encouragement whenever required. Now moving on to the next slide. What are the functions of mentoring? Good mentors listen and understand, challenge and stimulate learning. Coach build self-confidence, provide wise counsel, teach by example, acts as role model, share experiences, offers encouragement. Good mentors means listen, acts on advice, show commitment to learn, check ego at the door, ask for feedbacks, are open-minded, are willing to change, are proactive. Then what are the merits and demerits of mentoring? Merits are there is an excellent opportunity to learn. Then constant guidance helps the mentee to be on track using facilities to good advantage. These are the merits of mentoring. Then what are the demerits of mentoring? It may create feelings of jealousy among quickly through continuous interaction. Other workers who are not able to show equally good performance. If yes, you can say that pivot is almost same as the coaching part. So I think it is a different ways. You can call it as a coaching, you can call it as a training, you can call it as a mentoring. So it's almost means the same thing. Okay. Then job rotation. This kind of training involves the movements of trainee from one job to another. So these are the on-job job rotation is also one of the training methods. Then apprenticeship training. Most craft workers such as plumbers, carpenters, etc. are trained through formal apprenticeship programs. In this method, the trainees are put under the guidance of a master worker, typically for 2 to 5 years. Committee assignments. In this method, trainees are asked to solve an actual organization problem working along with other trainees. Then off-the-job training methods. What are off-the-job training methods? Vestibule training. It occurs off the job on equipment or methods that are highly similar to those used on the job. Role playing. This is a development technique requiring the trainee to assume a role in a given situation and act out behavior associated with that role. Then lecture method. Here the instructor organizes the study material on a specific topic and offers it to a group of trainees in the form of a talk. Then conference or discussion method. In this method, the trainer delivers a lecture and involves the trainees in a discussion so that the doubts about the job to be undertaken gets clarified. Then programmed instruction. Programmed instruction, this is an approach that puts material to be learned into highly organized logical sequences that requires the trainees to respond. Is it clear to all? Okay, now evaluation of a training program. So training can be evaluated at 5 levels: reaction, learning, behavior, organization and results. So important decision points in training evaluation may be listed thus. Important decisions points in planning training evaluation. Should an evaluation be made? Who should evaluate? What is the purpose of evaluation? What will be measured? How comprehensive will the evaluation be? Who has the authority and responsibility? What are the sources of data? How will the data be collected and evaluated? How will the data be analyzed and quoted? So these are the important decision points in planning training evaluation. Methods of evaluation: questionnaires, tests, interviews, studies, human resource factors, cost benefit analysis and feedback. So these are the methods of evaluation. Okay, so this brings us to the end of this particular slide. So you understand the basics of training, why training is required. Any questions, any doubts, any issues you want to clarify right now? Now let us move on to the next slide. मेरी आवाज तो नहीं जा रही है वहाँ तक? So why is training and development becoming an increasingly important issue? Increasing importance of product and service quality, flexibility, new technology, downsizing and delivering in lean organizations, employee commitment, skill and labor shortages. So this is why training and development becoming an increasingly important issue. So training dollars spent on executives. Now from this you can make out how much dollars are spent on training on executives, managers, supervisors and employees within the organization. So this is just a general survey being carried out in the year 2001. So suppose if the company size, this color represents the company size of almost 500 people. This represents the company size of almost 1000 people. So this much amount percentage of money is being spent on the employees training programs every year, on executives, on managers, on supervisors, on employees. Performance consulting. So this is the performance gap. Performance consulting needs analysis, desired employee performance, actual employee performance, actual organizational results, desired organizational results, non-training actions and training actions. So this is the performance consulting. This is how you measure the performance basically. I am just skipping some of the slides because we have already seen in other slides. Now let us see one of the case studies. So what is expected from people's manager? From their managers, they are seeking respect and support, respect and value them, support them with career progression, trust them to get on with things, communicate well with them. On the other hand, managers seek regular feedback about performance, setting clear objectives. So this is what is expected from people's manager. This is not very much useful. It's not very much useful to you. So this is all. I think this is all for today's class. Rest PPTs are not of very much useful for you because I have already covered these things in today's class. Okay. So I think I'm having some problem with my throat. So I'm not able to speak very clearly because I have some problems in my throat. So we'll do one thing. some of the things I will be covering with you in the next class probably. I will take up the missing slides in the next class. But the major part I have covered in today's slide. Okay. So what I'll do is, since we are overing the class on 50 minutes, so I'll take up extra 10 minutes in the next class probably with you. And in the meantime, I'll be sharing these PPTs on coordinator@lmsrc.com, and you can just go through the PPT once, and if you have any issues, you can ask me in the next class. Okay, because I am not well through my throat. I am not able to speak very properly. Okay, so thank you all for your time. Just take care of your health. Bye.